Okay, y'all. So I'm literally right now watching this Bryce BRS video. If y'all know who this is, I ain't gonna lie. I randomly started seeing his videos on TikTok, and y'all probably know the video. Yo, it's crazy how I'm talking. Like, bro, we just got. I'm going through this period of life right now. It's a lesson, but it's cool. But I made a video about how the awareness thing, how being emotional aware is a blessing and a curse. Yo, these flies, I don't know where they're coming from, but it was a blessing. Y'all, I look. I don't want y'all thinking I'm kissing that, bro. If y'all see flies going across my room, I promise y'all I'm not dirty, bro. I'm not dirty, bro. I think it's a crack in like my window above my like. You feel me? 'Cause I'm in the basement, so you know. But besides that, one of my videos, it was like how being emotionally aware is a blessing and a curse. It's like 2 videos ago, and it was about a female that I went through kind of something with. In this video, I was watching it as I just got out of the shower. Why nobody wants you and how you're going to end up alone. Now look, I already knew it wasn't an intentional like this is a good title, but I know blatantly he wasn't gonna say goddamn Pacific. It wasn't gonna be a harsh type of thing because this title can come off harsh. But I knew what he was gonna say because I watched his content, and it made me think like, bro, the reason that a lot of people really don't end up in a relationship, including myself, is because we're at the beginning. It's kind of hard, especially if this is how you are just naturally as a person. You care too much, and that can sound crazy. Like it's so crazy how like logically that can be, but it makes sense. Like in the beginning, for I can even just go off my example for instance. And my last situationship or current situation, not even current, but my my last situationship, um, it was the girl I was talking about, and at the beginning everything feels like amazing. It feels great. I'm telling her how she makes me a better person. I'm happy. I haven't dated in a long. Like I'm telling her like my whole background and what she's doing for me at the moment. Keep in mind, I don't even think it's been a full week in this process of me saying all of this to her, and we've kind of talked before, but this is like our first time actually being intentional and trying to okay, let's lock in. And it was a distance thing, so it was already qualities that was like, is this really gonna work, or are we just about to just see what happened? And me being me, I feel like wanting a relationship or wanting love. Although I feel like I have commitment issues personally. Not nothing to flex about, but me being who I am, I felt like that was the opportunity. That was my chance to okay. I realize she's helping me out. She's making me become a better person. It's limiting me. She's limiting me from talking to other people. This has to work. Not morally. I wasn't really thinking this has to work, but this could work. And once I started getting those certain possibilities, I started to be a little bit more on edge. I started asking what's going on. She texting back late. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you not texting me? This, that, and the third. And how Bryce pretty much explained it in a video, it's like, we're not dating. In my current situation or last situation, we're not dating. And keep in mind, bro, it's only been a couple days since we started talking. Seriously. And again, serious. And again, talking. That's the thing. I feel like with me, it was these minor qualities that were within me that I didn't know I had. And even going back to the last video, it's like those habits that you think are gone, you think you got over, but they never left. You just learned to kind of counter them. Those habits started to creep back into me once we stopped talking. And it's crazy how that works. But going back in depth with what I was just talking about, just understanding that like if you're talking to somebody or trying to date somebody, y'all are just not talking, even if it's like a month or so in, just don't expect so much. Like I feel like once your expectations start to get raised, especially when y'all have not set these boundaries and going through that talking stage, it's like really you gotta just learn to not be nonchalant, but just let things play out and never damn yourself down. Shout out to my boy Jay. I kind of figured out because again, we he had helped me a lot throughout this situation. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to him. He's in a good relationship. Shout out to him and his girl. He knows a little bit more. Well, he knows He's more advanced in the relationship scene than I am. So when I was talking to him, I kind of kept, he was telling me to like, don't care as much or don't like put your all into it so early. If she's not texting back, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it, bro. You are a good person, bro. You got content to worry about. You got TikToks to make, clothing videos to make. You got these videos to make. Like, occupy yourself. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, or so to say it in a simpler, moral terms. And I kept, he would say that, and I would keep saying like I have to dim myself down. I have to dim myself down. But it's not about being nonchalant or dimming myself down or to care less, but to just let things be how they need to be. Now, if you're in a relationship, that's different. Okay, now it's like, all right, what are you doing? Are we cool? Like, I miss you. Are you busy? Like, let me know what's up. But in the stages that we were in, which a lot of people, the situationship, the talking stages that you're in, you just have to understand that it is what it is. Quite literally, frankly, I kind of get the term, if they wanted to, they would now, a little bit different. But if they wanted to, they would. And it's like you shouldn't force yourself or have to constantly tell somebody to do something if they don't want to do it. Because now it's like you're pressuring them. You're coming off as a fiend. You're desperate. And being desperate, Bryce also talked about that in the video. Being desperate, it will never counter together, especially if it's one person that's being desperate and the other person is so neutral. It's like, yeah, yeah, okay, I get it. What do you like? What do you want? Type of thing. You feel me? And being desperate can come off as like a turnoff, if I'm being real. Cause it's like, do you not value yourself? Do you not respect yourself? So just understanding that that's really the key factor of, I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't really work in relationships or situationships, relationships. I feel like it's kind of, well, it's not the same thing, but in the same realm of things. So just understanding that you just have to continue to be you, but don't go out of your body. Don't get out of your element. It's okay to care. I'm not saying don't care. And that's why I say it's kind of like a tricky game, because you could be into somebody, you can be talking to somebody, and it's like they don't text back. You feel away. You may feel away. You go feel away, bro. Somebody that you like not texting you back hours later, you're gonna care. But you can't really trip on that because y'all are not together. You don't have that set boundary. You're not that priority. Y'all just talk. Y'all just started talking. Y'all are just talking. It just is what it is. And eventually, as time goes, the more y'all talk, if things make it that far, if things start to get longer, y'all talk more, get more committed in a sense. If they change and adapt to you, okay, maybe I am texting him a little bit late. Maybe I'm doing this. Maybe I'm not really being as affectionate as I can be. If they fix that and acknowledge that, cool. If not, they may not just be the person for you, and that's okay. I feel like the thing is, which kind of sucks, just it depends on the type of person you are. But I feel like type of person I am, if I'm talking to you, I just want to talk to you. Like, I don't want to have to talk to 10 different people at one time or have a roster, more so to say, to find my one. I feel like that was never really me, but unfortunately, just everybody's different, which is beautiful. But in some circumstances, it's like, damn, like some people, which I feel like people would say I'm crazy for saying this, and Bryce even said it's crazy, but in talking stage or situationships, you should be able to talk to other people. Like, you should be able to talk to multiple other people while being in a talking stage, and then kind of just hope you get chose. But I've always had to, maybe it's a pride or ego thing or just like a respect thing. But I just nah. Like, especially if I know I'm talking to just you feel me? But again, just understanding we are not together. So just having the expectation that, hey, I may be not talking to nobody else. That don't mean that they have to not talk to nobody else. I just chose them, bro. These flies, bro. I just chose them. Did they choose me? Who knows? And that's the thing about it all. You will never really know until things unfold. And quite frankly, that's how a lot of things is. It may suck, it may vary, but that's just how this shit goes. So just realizing that morally, lower expectations. I think I wrote it in my notes too. I feel like I pretty much covered everything. I'm still watching the video. It's like I'm only like 25 minutes in, but don't have too much of high expectations. I won't say not to be intentional. Be intentional. Ask questions. Get to know the person. And if y'all don't align, then hey, it is what it is. Also, as well, take the signs early. I feel like the one thing that I kind of picked up as well from past experiences is I kind of let a lot of stuff slide because I wanted it to work that bad that I'm like, this red flag, it ain't too crazy. It'll get passed up over time. No, bro. The more that you let things slide, the more that you acknowledge, the more that you don't acknowledge things that kind of make you feel away, and you don't acknowledge them, and it keeps happening, it's only gonna get worse. I promise you, because they're gonna start to feel like, oh, you don't care that I'm doing this. You don't care that I'm doing this. I'm gonna do it 10 times more. And again, guys, speak up for yourself in that case. But I won't. I don't want to say not care too much, but kind of with the high expectation things, just don't expect much, And yeah, that's pretty much why me and you won't be in a relationship no time soon. Or how can I word this a little bit better? This is why current relationships aren't working for me and you, and we have the option to fix that. So stay heavy focused. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. As of recently, I've been getting things done, but I've been kind of lurking. I've been kind of lurking the page a little bit. Not gonna lie, being honest with y'all, I've been lurking the page. Um, but it is what it is. Gotta stay focused. Gotta stay locked in. I'm a human. I'm a human too, gang. I'm a human too, bruh. But no excuses. Stay locked in. Stay focused, and keep going. I love you all. Shout out to y'all that been rocking with the videos. I've been peeping. I ain't gonna lie. We've been getting a lot more traction on this channel lately. Not that that mattered, but I'm happy. You feel me? I get to just sit down and y'all can resonate with me, bruh. That's always been one of my biggest like goals with this shit. To just be able to sit down and talk, express my mind, and people be able to relate with it. But nonetheless, I love y'all though. Go talk to people, bruh. Take the risk, take the chance. Talk to people. Don't dim yourself down. Don't have high expectations. Just live life, and whatever happens, happens.